All right, good day, viewers. Today is 18th of March. So for those that voted, congratulations. And we're trusting God that God will help us to have good government that will help this nation to move forward. Back to our business. The reason why we give you dates is for you to know when the business video was produced, because we have some videos that have been made that have not been published. So today we are going to be talking about catfish treatment and medication. A lot of persons have been asking me a lot of questions. How do you treat fish when they fell sick? But one of the things I do tell people is, if you study this material, for those who bought the material, when you read about water quality management, there is something I wrote there that I want to share with you. So one of the basic things I wrote there is, I wrote that fish can survive without food for a long time, though might grow stunted, but once the water quality is below standard, it can result to fish kill or high level of mortality. One thing you need to know is that before you talk about treatment or medication, you need to find out what is the cause of the challenge that is on ground. You need to know the kind of disease. You need to even know if really the mortality is caused by infection or disease. For example, let me be telling you some things that you need to know. Like I myself, some persons that used to come to my place, they'll be wondering, why are you not using this drug? Why are you not using this? I do tell them, when you do the right thing, your fish will not die. Like, look at these ones that you want to supply, that want to count. Look at them. Can you see how active they are? You can't see any mortality here. You can't see, except maybe one or two that have been cannibalized because of stress, and they are very, very active. So, but a situation whereby you are seeing mortality like 5, 10, 20, there is something that is going on that you need to correct. So I want you to pay keen attention to what the secret things I'm going to release today. I believe they're going to help you to do very much well in your farm. One, you need to ensure that the pH of the water is okay. Now, the ideal pH, I like making reference to material. When we talk about water quality management, the ideal pH for water is between 6.5 to 8.5. It is written here. Look at it. Then for the temperature, the required temperature is between 28 degrees to 30 centigrade. Now, if your temperature is always cold, your fish will not feed well. So that's why we do tell people to start feeding fish mainly from 9 o'clock. The reason is because between 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, the weather is cold in some area. So fish will not be very much active. And there are environments whereby the water that you are using is always at that condition. So what you have to do is to work on it. Then for the pH, if your pH is acidic, your fish should be having burns on their body, on the tail, on the fin. So you need to correct some of these things. They are not caused by disease. But where there is trouble is when your fish die and you fail to remove the dead fish. That dead fish can decay and then can result in an infection that will affect other ones, especially in the hatchery. And before you know, you will lose. So you just lose the whole of the batch, which is very, very bad. So what I'm trying to let you understand is that at times the challenge that people have in the farm is not being caused by one disease that you are thinking about. So most cases is because of temperature change and pH change. Then very much important, what I want to stress now will be shocking to you. One of the major things that kills the fish is the food that you're using. There are foods that some people don't know how to feed these fish. Some will overfeed the fish. And let me tell you the consequence of overfeeding. When you overfeed the fish, you see that the remaining one will decay, pollute the water, they will go to the base, they will remain there, and they will form ammonia that will be killing your fish. So when you come, you see that some of those fish, their tails are burnt. You see many of them, apart from the water smelling. So I do tell people, try your possible best to learn how to feed your fish the actual quantity they need to take. Then don't economize water in this business. Try to see how you can manage water effectively. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Then for your water pH, I don't know if I've said it before, but if your pH is not good, we have many things that we normally use. You get the kits, we sell the kits, then we train people on how they can test the water themselves. Then there are reagents such as bicarbonate and soda ash that you can use to to stabilize your pH. Like in this material, when you go to the place where we talk about water quality management, you discover that there is something that we said, okay, the water parameters, look at them, clearly written. Parameters requirement: temperature 28 to 30 degrees, pH 6.5 to 8.5, dissolved oxygen 3.0. So everything, okay. Now there is something I wrote here that I want you to take note of about water. Fish can survive without food for a long time, though might grow stunted, but once the water quality is below standard, it can result to fish kill or high level of mortality. So most of the high level of mortality that you have is not that winch attack your farm. It's not that malaria or whatever you are thinking is disturbing your fish. Actually, we have fish disease. We have a lot of them. But I do tell people that when you do the right thing, you will not attract those diseases in your farm. Exactly. And one of the reasons why one fish have problem affect others in the hatchery is because of once one die and you are not able to remove it, it can attract infection that will affect everything there and the whole batch is gone. So nevertheless, I want to still teach us some remedies, things that we can do. I'll talk about how you can balance your water. Then I will show you a little clip on how to use this. Okay, I'll show you a clip on how you use this. This is oxygen tablet. Let me bring it out so that you see. So, and I'm going to tell you the work of this oxygen tablet. These are things that we do. For those of you who have been following us, who are asking what are the secrets, you can hear it now. So this oxygen tablet, look at it, you can see, look like chalk, but it's not chalk. One of the work is that when we observe that the water that we pump, that the oxygen level is very, very low, what we do, we add this tablet to it. Like you can see, these are fingerlings that we want to count for one of our clients. So already we have oxygen tablets here. Look at them, how they are doing. Are you seeing them? So we have already oxygen tablets here. You can see inside this place where we want to count them into. You can see the oxygen tablets. So we don't just, sometimes we use red oil, but we use this more, except once they are not available. All these ones that you are seeing here, we want to review them to one of our clients outside the state, in another state, in Ogun State. We're sending this to Ogun State. And I will take time to explain the work. Okay, I think I've said something about this one. Then this other, we have many of them which you are going to see on the screen. So what we do, like the work of this, and then some other drug is to help you. It depends on what you want. When you tell us how your farm operates, we will now prescribe the one that you're going to use for you. Now, to manage the waste, which is one of the key things. Like let me use for example now, this is 6 mm. You see this feed now. When you introduce it in your pond and your fish finish eating, the waste that will remain there, if you don't flush the water, that waste have the ability to cause big harm to your fish. So one of the work of this Dromax SP and some other drug, especially this ammonia, is to help to break that waste. So when you come to the hatchery, for those of you feeding the feed that the fish could not feed on, or the residue and even the waste, when you add this, it helps to break the toxin that is inside, making them not to be harmful to the fish. So these are things that we do. Like look at this one that we drop here. You cannot see any mortality. This one too, you cannot see any mortality. Can you see mortality? No. So we have been doing this for a very long time. Okay, this particular, okay, apart from this drug, we are using bitter leaf, garlic, ginger, scent leaf. We are using it at time. But this year from January, I said let me hold and let me, because this is so fortunate, or will I say unfortunate, that this dog you are seeing me holding here, you cannot get them easily. They are imported drugs from India, and we have worked with them and they are good. That is why we are actually promoting them. Exactly. And one other thing I want to let you know is, many of us find it difficult to get material, and that is one of the challenge they are having in this part of the world. So read is even a problem. So and I keep telling people, don't think that you can wake up or have a revelation on how to be successful in this business. You cannot succeed on any business that you don't have the in-depth knowledge about. One of the things that Dangote said in one of his 10 rules of business I like so much, he said, do not put in your money in a business that you don't know, in a business that you don't understand the in and out, how it operates. So this fish farming business is not like other casual business. In fact, the reason why many people don't want to study agriculture? Because they believe that farmers don't make money. But in this generation, farmers that know what they're doing, they're making money. So look at this maize. This is March 18th. Look at how wonderful the maize is, and the maize is doing well. The reason why it's doing well is because of we are able to use the water from here to wear them. We are able to take care of the pests that we are attacking the maize, because there are many people who plant maize but they could not harvest. The same thing with fish. It's not by hatching, it's not by stocking. If you don't do the right thing, you will not get anything. And one of the things that you have to do first is to sit down and learn. Get materials. These ones you are seeing here, we are sending them to the west, from Port Harcourt to Ogun State. So, my dear ones, I believe I'm teaching you something today. Then, other important thing I want to show you is this business. Okay, look at our ponds. They are somehow empty. We have been selling, and for I think this month of March we couldn't have. The reason being that we have serious commitment. We want to set up some farms, and it's going to take us time and energy. So we want to get that work done. For those of you following us, we're going to give you updates on what we are doing, and then the purpose is to promote this agricultural work for all. Okay. And one of the things I want to tell you, many people have been asking me, what does it take to train one? So to train 1,000 fish. Now, what I do tell people is that kind of question is a good question. It's a question out of desperation, inquisitiveness, and we welcome any kind of question. But now, let me tell you something. Now, for you to train fish, what you're going to spend is determined by the facility you are using and by the techniques which you are applying. Like to train fish in tarpaulin pond, concrete pond, betting pond, what you're going to spend varies. Then let me use for example, if you are training your fish here, whether you like it or not, every day you have to be putting in water and be changing your water. If it is betting pond, you may not be spending that money depending on your water source. If you have a stream or a river where you connect the water, you may not be spending much. Do you get it? Then one challenge with betting pond is that cannibalism and predator attack might reduce the output. So, and when you talk about the feed that you use, so what we expect people to do is, when you don't just ask that kind of question, request for a plan. We do sit down and design good plan for people after understanding what they want to do. That plan will serve as a guide for you to know what to do. And better still, if you get this material, a lot is written here, it can also serve as a good guide for you. Then to start the business, one of the easiest way to even start is just to start. You don't need to wait until you gather all the whole knowledge, or you don't need to wait until you have millions. Just get a mentor that will be guiding you. Then you can use any of these facilities, or better still, you can use something like this. Like when you look at this fish, even though I fed them, but I'm still going to drop little for them, for the guys to come up and eat. You see? Though we have fed them, but I think for this one they don't get tired of eating, so they'll still come up. So here we have the ones we are training for drying size that we want to dry. So what we have here is about 100. So with this tank you can train 150 to 200 fish comfortably. Is that clear? So if you don't want to use this tank, you can get a GP tank that is cut. You can get a tarpaulin, or you can build a concrete pond. I'm just telling you how to start it. Then get your material. Then what again? Get your fish. and they are good to go. So very much important, if you to handle diseases in your farm, I do tell people work with a professional that have experience in this business. Don't just go and do self-medication. Look for people who are succeeding in it. Give them a call. Visit farms where you are, there are farms and they are doing well. Visit them. Okay, if they will collect money, because this thing, once you know it, you have known it. You don't need to pay anybody money. So I don't want you to be moving from one place to another looking for someone that will pray for you, or looking for one babalawo, because I've heard many people saying that this fish business, before you make it, you need to go and do one counting. There's no one counting there. There is only one thing that you do, and that one thing is to get the right knowledge. So if you are failing, it's because, like, some people will tell me that my problem is that I will have fish, I cannot sell it. For why we, before we have fish is ready, people have started paying money. It's because of you lack the market strategy. Promote your business. You cannot be hiding there and be expecting people to know what you are doing. Come out of your shell. So if your fish are dying, ask yourself, how do you change your water? What kind of food are you giving them? Not that you go and formulate one canteen that you call formulated feed. You are not sure of the CP. You are not sure of the consequence. Even the way you produce them, no personal hygiene, and you expect your fish to do well. Who are you deceiving? You are deceiving yourself. So if you feel you cannot buy the commercial feed that is pelleted and you want to make your own feed, work with experts that will give you good formulas and give a good guide on how you can get it done and done effectively. I hope I'm making sense. I want to see you succeeding in this business, and I want you to share this video with guys around you. Share it with guys. Let them be doing something. Look at our maize. Just the water from the fish. Now we have this maize here. So if you have a big farm, you can decide to channel all your water to your maize garden. See, the maize don ripe, e don sure. I to chop and I remain. See yam there. Don dey plant yam. We don plant ugu for here. So I'm just telling you to do something. Okay, don't fold your hand here and be feeling that anybody is using your destiny, or be thinking of who to harm, or how to collect money from somebody, or how to do one evil or the other. Wake up, go and get your money. Wake up and do something. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you are having any kind of challenge in your farm, feel free to call us. Our contact is on the screen. Just call us or chat us on WhatsApp. That is our WhatsApp contact. They are going to respond rapidly. And let me tell you something, everything is not free. So don't expect me to give you this book for free. I've told you, if you need our material, it's just 5k. If you send your money, we'll send the soft copy. If you need those drops, once you pay, we will now package your own product and we'll bill it for you. Is that understood? So at this point, I want to stop here so that I can get into my business. So I know that some of you will be wondering what is it. This is not drugs. This is our counting stone for those who have been following us. Never want to count. That is what we use. So feel free to chat us up. You can see our detail here. This is Fish College. You can see our WhatsApp number, our Instagram. So if you are here to subscribe to our channel and you love what you are doing, I will encourage you to do that and do it right now. And if you know that our videos have been adding value to you, have been supportive to your farm, why not share it with somebody? So for our mentorship class, if you want to register for our mentorship class, which will run for people, just let us know. Now accounting. So you just see the way I'm doing my work. So simple. You can see no mortality here. I've counted how many stones. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've counted 800. So I want to count the whole of these fish, so I know how to distribute them to those who need them. So all of it is stopping me for fish. So let me go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I've gotten 20. So, so I got another 20. So this is 3. This is 1,000. So this is how we'll keep doing it until I'm done counting. So what am I trying to do? I want to say subscribe, okay, like and share. So I don't want to continue repeating this video, so I can equally save your data. Thank you so much. Thank you.